to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. A woman is behind bars in Jones County after being accused of biting a toddler while in her care at a Laurel daycare center in December. According to the Jones County Sheriff's Department, Haley Rosick, 26, was arrested Monday and has been charged with felony child abuse. The Sheriff's Department says on Wednesday, Deck 7, Deputy Priscilla Pitts spoke with the mother of the toddler at the sheriff's office, where she told the deputy that she took her son to the kids' company on the morning of Monday, Deck 5. The mother told Pitts that she noticed marks on her son's arm later that night, which led Pitts to tell the mother to take a video and photos of the toddler's arm and send them to her. On Tuesday, Deck 6, it was determined by the mother that the marks came from an adult bite from an employee at the daycare center after speaking with the owner about what she discovered. JCSD says Pitts spoke with the daycare director, Heather Hollifield, on Monday, Deck 5. Hollifield told the deputy that Rosa came to the daycare around 11 a.m. and around 8 p.m. that night, the mother of the toddler messaged her with pictures and video of the bite mark. Hollifield said on Tuesday, Deck 6, she got a message from the mother to tell her that she found another mark on the child. Hollifield told the mother that a worker was in the room the child was in and was relieved by Rosick. Both Rosick and the other worker denied biting the toddler after Hollifield brought the incident up to them. But later that day, Rosick admitted to Hollifield that she did bit the child's arm. According to JCSD, Rosick told Hollifield that she was holding the toddler, trying to calm him down, and blew on his arm. The child then pulled away from Rosick and she bit him. Hollifield told Rosick that since she confessed, they did not have to watch the surveillance footage. JCSD says Sergeant J.D. Carter notified Pitts that a copy of the security camera footage and a statement from Hollifield were needed after she spoke with Rosick. Hollifield did send copies of Rosick's statement and the report she filled out to Pitts, according to JCSD. Hollifield contacted Pitts later that day, telling the deputy she found the time frame of when the child would have been bitten, but the camera did not show it happening because of the lighting. The Sheriff's Department says Pitts was able to get the video recorded on a thumb drive. On Monday, Deck 16, the mother later told Pitts that she spoke with Hollifield to find out that Rosick had filed for unemployment after Hollifield was contacted by the unemployment office. Pitts tried to reach out to Hollifield but did not talk to her until Thursday, Deck 19. On that day, Hollifield told the deputy that she spoke with someone from the unemployment office, and they told her that Rosick told the unemployment office that she was fired because she accidentally bit a child. Hollifield said she did not have any paperwork at that time, since she was told that information over the phone. Rosick is currently booked at the Jones County Adult Detention Center, where she is waiting for her initial appearance in court. I've done these videos quite a bit, and I've consistently told people that adults don't realistically care about kids, because the main things that end up happening to kids, the main ways that kids end up in these types of predicaments is due to the fact of other adults deciding how valuable these children are. And 9 times out of 10, you'll end up coming upon a story where an adult does something like this, or somebody is harmed or injured, or they're in the hospital, or a variety of things. And I've been waiting for the point in time where you would just have parents and guardians, just at least some adults in general, that would gain the common sense to really stand up and start speaking for and really trying to protect these kids. And yet I still don't see it. I still don't see it because these stories still exist, and I'm a little bit baffled and confused because I always have people talking about, oh, I love kids, I care about kids, and the kids are the future, and yada yada yada. But it's like ain't nobody moving. Ain't nobody moving. Nobody's trying to get any laws passed, or nobody's trying to make sure that if people are found to have done something like this, that they're going to be facing prison time, very harsh sentences. I don't see that. It's amazing how you can have harsh sentencing for a lot of other things, but when it comes to kids, it seems like that's not really the case. Because let this have been a pet, let this have been an animal, let this have been a sea creature, let this had been a tree that might have been protected, a certain type of tree. Oh, somebody would be facing some jail or prison time. Jail or prison time. Like, I'm talking about harsh. I'm talking about serious. I'm not talking about somebody just being there for a small little stint. Nah, I'm talking about somebody really facing some type of deep time where they really got to think about what it is that they did. Because now they got to see a whole nother world that they weren't even built for. Now they got to live there and they got to stay there. Now they got to abide by a whole nother type of rules, laws, and regulations there. Now it's a whole nother system in place where they can't do everything that they want to do. Now there's people there in place that it's like, oh, you did this. Oh, okay, we're going to handle you. We're going to manage your time for you. But I keep seeing the exact same things, and I'm really starting to think the same things that I thought when I heard stories when it dealt with certain celebrities, and I brought up these celebrities because I've stated continuously that if the celebrity is going to end up facing time for what took place, then so should the parents. So should the other adults that are specifically around and knew that these types of things were going on. I don't believe in only one person going when there was more than one person that allowed this to happen and go down. And as I stated before, the moment in time that, in a sense, parents are made responsible for why it is that these things were allowed to happen, that's when you'll start having parents take this more serious. When parents are actually just held accountable for stuff, that's when, things will change because parents will be like, oh, no, 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 no. I'm going to check your background. We're going to need a psychology report. We're going to need a whole work on all the other things that you've done. We're going to need a previous record of how you've been with kids within your own family and at other daycares and so on and so on. I want to know if this person has any records as well. Like I said, the moment in time that this starts to affect the parents, because all the parents are going to say, oh, I'm sorry that this happened, oh, I apologize, oh, it's going to get better. That's it. It's no actual real responsibility. It's no actual real world responsibility that is weighing on them, forcing them to make better decisions. Just like I've stated before, there are no, in a sense, no real world um, responsibilities out here, or laws, or rules that force adults to make better decisions, to think before you act. That was something that I was told when I was younger. Before you go out here and do anything, think before you do it. Think to see if it's going to be beneficial. Think to see if it's going to have, any negative, type of actions attached to it. Think to see if what you are going to do will forever change your life in the negative. But as I stated before, you have too many people out here that want to go out there and have unprotected relations with people that they don't plan on being with, and then they end up producing kids, and then those kids have to suffer the curses and the burdens of the parents because the parents are still children themselves, and they're still allowed to act as children in an adult society, in an adult body, with a supposed adult mentality. Like I said, these things would not take place and happen if you had actual adults out here. These things would not take place if you had actual parents out here that actually cared. Like I said, I get it. A lot of people, want to happen to say this, that, and act as though that they do because it's a nice look. But do people genuinely care? And the answer is no. And the only way I'll get proven wrong is the moment in time that I don't have to ever do stories like this. But as long as there are stories like this will continuously prove to me that adults, parents, guardians do not at all